Today we are in the book of Genesis, chapter 12. We are going to be talking about God's promises to Abraham. Now, if you remember Noah's lineage, then you would know Shem. Shem was one of Noah's descendants. And as we continue with that lineage, we know that Shem has descendants as well. One of those descendants being Terah, who then had a son named Abraham. Stay with me. God has chosen Abraham, and we don't know why yet. But he gives Abraham this task, and he is meant to leave his family, leave the land that he's from, Haran, however you want to say it, and he needs to go towards a place that God is going to choose for him. Stay with me. Now, with all his belongings, him and his wife venture to a land called the Canaan or Canaan, however you want to say it, it's completely fine, right? There's a right way to say it. I just didn't look it up. All right, what you going through? What do you want from me? When they eventually cross into Canaan, they are passing through parts of this major area. We are met with them at a place called Shechem. And eventually they meet a tree where they build this altar, right? One of the first altars that Abraham built for God, called the Terebinth of Morah. So God appeared to Abraham at this moment, came down and shit, and he was like, I'm going to give you 3 promises, big dog. 3. 1, he would become a great nation. What does that mean? Lineage will be plentiful. Descendants. 2, he would be blessed personally. And 3, all nations will be blessed through Abraham. So in this area, as they become to settle in and get used to being in this area, we are brought with a famine. So eventually, Abraham and his wife make their way to Egypt. So when they arrive into Egypt, right, they at Pharaoh's front door talking about something. Hey, we hungry. All right, we need to eat. Sarai had to pretend that they weren't married. When the Pharaoh came out, he was like, damn, baby, you bad as fuck. Abraham like, that's my sister, big homie. Like, do what you gotta do. And Pharaoh was like, sure enough, bet. So he gives Abraham livestock, riches, and all this stuff while he's courting his sister. God's sitting there like, nah, I can't get behind this. He sends the plague to Egypt. And Pharaoh goes, my nigga, how come you didn't tell me that was your sister? Y'all need to get the hell up out of here. Go, take the livestock, take the riches for you, for all that stuff has been cursed. One of the biggest takeaways of this is, that I wrote, is God's plan is active even when we make mistakes. But trusting him fully and acting honestly allows us to follow his guidance with less risk and a greater price.